So we did a thing. We cut up the rear seat of a JKU 2016 to make it from a 60/40 to a 40/40. Still functional, still folds. It's a fantastic modification with a console down the middle now in the rear, which is something I've never seen. I've looked around. Indeed, Curtis and Rachel did. They were looking for quite some time to see if anybody else has done it. They couldn't find anything. So if it's something you fancy doing, you've got two kids in the rear and you want to separate them, this is how we did it. Let's stick around. Me, Curtis and Rachel did a thing. Curtis and Rachel wanted to delete part of the back seat because they've got two kids and they wanted to separate them a little bit. No, I'm just joking. They have a 60/40 bench seat and they wanted to make a divide. They didn't need the 60/40, they were only ever using either side by the window, so they wanted to try a thing. They've made two 40s, two single seats in the back, and created a new console that goes down the middle all the way through, or two separate consoles that go in between each seats, front and rear. Give them much more room for storage, speakers, cup holders, etc. It's took quite a while. This video is going to be two videos, or this series is going to be two videos, showing you how we got along. Predominantly Kurt's doing all the thinking and working. I'm not as good like that. I'm not a welder, so I'm just encouraging and just mucking in, giving him a hand. Been a lot of brainstorming, and I think it went well. Hope you enjoy the video. It's going to be quite a long, lengthy video, but if it's something you fancy doing, it's certainly doable. And once you've finished, it's a great result. You'll see now the final result, but that's just a sneak peek. Let's get on with it. If you think about doing it, it's a bold move, but it's fun. But it's certainly doable. It's certainly doable. Let's go for it. Come on. Sweet mother of pearl.
We'll have to break them first.
Do you want to break a bar?
Bolt there to take out yet.
Where?
This one. It's tying both those seats together.
Oh, okay.
And
I see that. Is that 18 again?
should be. Yep. Put your hand there.
You hold this?
Yep, let's see.
That's all loose. That's all loose. So that'll probably have to get drilled. Okay, so we've got the seats out. I'm looking at 18mm bolts or nuts. 2 anchor points there, one in the middle for the seat belt, and 2 anchor points here. So that's the bench seat. The bench seat is fastened to the smaller seat by another couple more bolts, and you'll find there a 13mm and a 15mm. Don't try and take out the seat without undoing that, or you'll bend things up. And you'll know the seat belt for the single seat is also attached to the bench, so you must remove that. And then to remove the rest of the seat, again, it's more 18mm bolts, and they'll all unbolt and come out from there. slide from the back.
There's not a cut through there though.
I should better just finish it.
There we go.
Oh, let's get past that. And then you have to do this side now.
Right on.
There we go. You can put it inside.
Yeah, now we can put it on its back. So, now I gotta check out the headrest before we get too far.
It's bolted in because it's a hinging one.
So, okay,
Bolted in?
not 100% sure. And
Should we stand it up then?
that's where we gotta stop. 'Cause those are all rings.
Alright, yeah. Boring.
So, gotta be a way on one of these sides.
Can we stand it up?
Oh.
Do you want to take that clip out?
There we go.
Take the clip out from the top.
There's that. Not seeing a place to bolt the headrest.
Right, it's underneath.
Let's see this. Oh, it's another one of those half flips.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. You go like so. This has to drop a specific way. Pull that one down. There we go. Lift them up. Come on. There we go. Nope.
Cool. Need to These go back on.
That's that side. Okay, now we gotta work it from this side. There you go.
Remember this side's not been done.
There we go. No, this is just so I can get to the seat belt. So we have a retractor going all the way over there. Sorry. What is that retractor coming over here too?
Okay, quick update. We took the back seat out. We're now just trying to work out how we take out the cover off it, then remove the foam, and we'll come up with a plan how we're going to stitch or certainly weld back some framing so we can make that one seat swivel again, or we may end up going with a fixed bench or a fixed seat. Let's see what we've done. To remove the base seat cushion, all we did was pop these off, and they're all the way around the edges. Once you've done that, you need to untuck this from behind these here, and they will just drop away quite freely. The bottom seat is quite easy to remove. So now we're just trying to remove the cover and the foam from the backrest of the bench. It's a little bit trickier. The base of it was pretty easy, as I just showed you, but now the back of it is becoming a bit tricky. So there's a series of clips right here holding the foam on. We're almost off. This bolt here is for the seat belt, and once we remove that, I mean, this part will be free. But it's the mechanism up here we're going to struggle with. And it's the locking mechanism that helps this, or aids the seating going forward and collapsing. Right, that's the back cushion off. We're now just removing the back. This was quite difficult to get off. The seat belt is on the back, and we need to retain that one.
So the back part, basically then, Mama, we're cutting off right before where the seatbelt was, right?
Yeah.
So if I basically cut this here, cut that one right up close.
I guess we need to figure out what's in line with this bracket without having to move it, right?
Yeah, you don't have to move that.
No. That'll be that.
So if we
That'll be that
fold-
very back edge of the seat.
If we fold this down, then we'll know exactly where we're at, right?
Yeah.
There's a little bit there.
Right, so we wanna
Right on
be
the
able
edge.
to keep that bracket, so you're about right there.
Yep.
Well, this has to bolt to something, doesn't it?
What do you mean?
Like this has to bolt to something in that seat.
No, there's only 2 bolts on that one. Period.
We could cut all this off, and as long as you leave that there,
Yeah.
that's the other seat side.
Okay.
Taking the cable off.
Right there. So yeah, it's just that cable there that we don't need.
Yeah.
Which,
Because the other side's only got a single locking mechanism of it.
right. And this is going to be the same size seat. It's not going to be a double long seat.
Jimmy Bar. So we're going to test fit the seat now. See, the bracket was just adopted. See if that works.
I'm going to need a ratchet. There.
Lift it up again. Seatbelt all right?
I'm gonna say so.
Yeah. Show me the bracket, just see where we got to.
Pivoting bracket for the right hand passenger seat.
So we'll cut that down, reuse the material. So we've got the correct anchor point in the vehicle. And we're going to reuse that and make a bracket now to support the rest of the bench.
Yeah.
Cool.
Which is the original pivot point.
Yeah.
So I've cut a little bit of the back of that off yet, but that should put us right where we need to be.
You're going to put the bar on? You see?
Well, we don't know where the other bar is, but roughly in line with this, coming all the way across. It looks a little bit high, but we can always notch that if need be.
Okay.
But that's got to be pretty goddamn close.
Okay, this is Curtis just brainstorming now how we're going to get this short seat to hinge.
Right there. Technically, if I open up this hole and weld it onto that should do it, because that moves with the seat. That would work there. And then seat would mount to this. So we need to figure out how to get
Okay, so that's the two parts buttoned up together. We're looking at the front of the seat now. We're cleaned up a little bit, but it's all going to be covered by foam and fabric anyway, so we're not going to do too much. And there's the back of the seat. So it's essentially now a single seat back. Now we just need to fabricate, tidy up a little bit more maybe, and fabricate the rest of it. Okay, so this is a mock-up of the backrest fitted. And we're looking good so far. We now need to measure up and trial the other side. So we're fitted, so it's secured on the right hand side of the backrest. Now we need to look at the left hand side. I'm trying to incorporate the same fastening point from the original seatbelt hole. And we'll tie that in to the backrest, and then we'll look at the base seat with it as well. So that's where we're at the moment.
Alright, so okay.
So now we just need to fabricate this anchor point for the left hand side of the seat. We'll mark the hole, and we need to tie in with that bar. Our key point is that nut over there. That needs to be our balance point, or a swivel point. We need to be mirrored exactly here, which is also the same as this one here. So the key thing is an anchor point to the vehicle, And our swivel point, when we attach this, needs to be identical to that one there. So this is the anchor, the swivel point we mentioned. We need to make sure that one, and having measured up, this is where the hole for the anchor point to the vehicle is going to be. Okay, so that's the left-hand anchor fitted. We're now fabricating a bracket to go from the anchor up the side of the seat. And we have to make sure it replicated the hinge point or the swivel point for both the backrest and the seat, so when it moves forward they all move in conjunction. You'll see what I mean shortly. So after test fitting, it looks like this bracket we've made with a pivot point and the original hardware, looks like we may have a functioning seat, only in a single seat form. Our next trick, or Curtis's next trick, is to make the base of the seat conform to the brackets we made by cutting in half. Let's see that on the next part.